For this activity, you'll be creating visual models that go with the word problems. You might want to use the shape tool, the line tool, or text box tool, or even inserting a table to create a two-column chart to represent these word problems with a visual model. I'm going to go through each one of these so that you have an idea of how to create them on your device. If you're going to create the bar model, I would highly recommend simply typing into the box whatever you're comparing. And I'm going to make up some information here. So you might have Emily, you're comparing to Susan. And let's say that Emily has had 5 Skittles. I might go up to the shape tool, click shapes, then the first option, which is a rectangle. I'm going to drag and resize this rectangle until I get it to be exactly how big I want it. I oftentimes like to actually do these in squares, so I'm going to hold down shift while I drag, and it will make it a perfect square. Now, if Emily truly has eaten 5 Skittles, I'm going to go up to the top, and I'll align it in the middle, and now that square represents 5 Skittles. Let's say that Susan has had twice as many as Emily, so I'm going to copy Emily's, put it underneath, and then copy and paste it again. I'm doing that quickly by doing Control-C, Control-V, but if you wanted to, you could right-click, say copy, and then right-click, and then say paste wherever you like. This could represent Emily and Susan's Skittles using a bar model. If I wanted to do this with a number line, I'm going to go up to the line tool up at the top, and I'm going to hold down shift to help me draw a horizontal line. And now I have a horizontal line, but I want to make sure that there's arrows. So I'm going to go to the top. On the left, I want the line to start as an arrow. On the right, I want it to be an arrow. Show that it goes infinitely in both directions. Then I can continue to use the line tool to make my tick marks. I oftentimes like to hold down shift to make sure it's nice and straight. And then I can simply use the text box tool to help me create the labels that go with each tick mark. So this, for example, could be 0 and so forth, and I'm sure you get the idea from here. If you're trying to do the jumps, though, there's a couple of options that you can do here. You can go to the shape tool, go to arrows, and I would highly recommend using this curved down arrow as you're doing your jump. So it looks something like this. So remember, I could copy and paste this arrow several times to show that, for example, it's twice as many or something like that. So that's the number line tool. If you want to use the table to create a two-column chart, I'm going to go up to Insert, then Table, and if it's 2 columns, I'm going to hover over here to make it a 2 by 1, but I'm actually going to make it a 2 by 2, and that way, I'm just going to resize here. Hold on 1 second. That way I have room to make it into a 2-column chart that has space up at the top for the titles or the labels, and I can type in my information or my data in the center here. I can also horizontally align this information in the center, but this is just some of the examples that you can use to create a visual model that go with these word problems. Enjoy!